Had the opportunity to attend a client's 18th business anniversary celebration last week. Anoop started Confiance 18 years ago. 18 years, that's a remarkable achievement. And as the celebration went on, Anoop got up and spoke. He spoke a little bit about the early days and how he originally thought he's going to have two business partners. And so when he started Confiance, he went to him and told him what he's doing, and they told him that they had great jobs and they couldn't leave those right now. And so Anoop started the business on his own, and it grew. And as it grew, he traveled across the world. His travels ultimately brought him to the United States, where he moved to New York. Cost of living was way too high. And so as Anoop jokingly tells us, he moved to the much lower cost of living city called San Francisco. Obviously, lots of laughter. He slept on a couch with some buddies for a while, and ultimately ended up with a good business opportunity in Belmont, North Carolina, and so, which is just outside of Charlotte. So Anoop hops on a plane, comes to Charlotte, moves here, puts roots down in Belmont, and grows Confiance from there. And a great story of passion, belief, kind of that classic entrepreneurial journey along the way. And as he's sitting there talking about it, I can't help but think about, it's 18. I mean, it's a mature adult, right? Like, it can buy cigarettes, it can serve in the Army, and how similar it is to raising a child, where, when a child is one, and how you treat a child then versus how when a child is 5 or 10 or 12 or 15, the way you parent that child changes along the way. How you allow them to find their own way, that changes too. Raising a business is remarkably similar. When that business is 1 year old, you are everything to that business. You are sales, you are dollar in, your operations, your human resource, your every aspect of it. You are the business is you, right? There's no separation there. But just like a child grows and develops its own personality, business grows and develops its own culture, and how you show up for that business needs to change over time, just like how you show up for that child needs to change over time. And understanding where your business is and what it needs as it matures and develops is important, because you want that business at 18, just like your child at 18, you want it to be able to stand on its own 2 feet, and to get out there in the world and do things and accomplish things. And having that business be able to stand on its own and operate without you is extraordinarily powerful, because when we think about from an exit standpoint, it allows it to be a more readily buyable business, which then means it commands a premium because it doesn't need the founder, it doesn't need the owner to stand on its own. But having it be a mature entity at 18 and operate in that way allows it to give back to you, right? It allows it to give back some of the energy that it sapped from you in the early days. And so allowing that business that room it needs for growth is really important. And so as we wrap up here today, the question would be, how old is your business, and are you giving it what it needs at this stage in its maturation to get to where you want it to be, that mature adult that can stand up on its own?